Hello and good day wherever you are. This is Archicad with Frank. If you are new to this channel, well, let's just go straight to the point. What I do here is I take requests from people who are new to or already experienced with Archicad, who are having difficulty doing one thing or the other, and I help them. I teach them how to go about those things, how to get them done properly. In today's video, requested by can I remember his name? I believe this video was requested by someone, I think Archicad, something like that. Please, if I didn't get your name correctly, don't be offended. And what he requested for today's video is how to do what I would call 3D sections. And in very simple terms, how to do it is, just cut a section line, show it in 3D. That's a very simple but not helpful answer. For a much more helpful answer, I would recommend you use the 3D document tool. Now, for this particular project I'm using to explain this project can be found, if you're using Archicad 28, please, this project can be found on the home page. You open Archicad and this home page that's loading up right now, it's going to come up and you're going to see down here there's what we call sample projects. Okay, so among these sample projects there's this one called the Villa Patio. Excuse me briefly. Okay, so down here, as I was saying, sorry, there was a call that came in and I didn't want to restart this recording. There's this one called the Hillside House. I haven't downloaded that. There's this one called the S Office, and these are sample projects that are free to view. They just help you get a feel of Archicad, what it can do, what has been done with it by good professionals. And I should say this on time, these are supposed to be used purely for educational purposes. Do not use these for personal projects. You can be sued, legal action can be taken against you, so please do not do that. That said, let's get into the project itself. I'm going to close this for now. So all we have here, as you can see, there's a car park here, there's another one here, there is this courtyard over here, and right here we have a lounge. From the lounge there's a small home office setting right here. There's this dining, there's the kitchen here. Then you go to the first floor, and on the first floor you're going to see two bedrooms over here, two other bedrooms over here, one bedroom with this really large closet. Alright, so I'm not going to spend much time discussing about this. Let's really get into doing those 3D sections. So the key thing you need to know is either use the command Control Y, alright, or you just go find this guy right here. It's default on Archicad 28. If you're not using Archicad 28, press Ctrl Y, or you should see just this icon. I think that has been the case all the way down to Archicad 18. I might be wrong, but I'm just trying to say basically it should cover majority of people that are watching this video. Alright, so switch this on, then click on this drop down right here and click on the one that says create custom cutting plane. And once you click on it, you need to start defining where you're going to draw the plane. I want to do it on this section 01, so I'm going to start here and then I'm going to drag this down here, and it's enough. And what we can tell from this, observe that the model now, this portion is still very dark, this portion is a bit grayed out. I actually want this grayed out portion to be the portion I'm going to be doing that 3D stuff for, so I'm going to right click on it and say reverse cutting plane direction. Once I do this, now this portion is grayed out, this portion is visible, and that will make sense in a minute. Open the 3D window and we have this really beautiful model right here. Alright, this is already turned on and that's why it has been cut, as we can see already. I don't like the fact that this car was cut with it. I don't mind the display of the car so much as well. I think I'll leave it for now. But basically we can see the way that it has been cut. I could switch this off and then we see the full model. Okay, so this is the full model. I was stuck somewhere inside. This is what the whole model looks like. Tries to show a bit of the neighborhood. and I could just switch it back on, and then I get to see only this view. So if you've gotten to this point, you've succeeded. You've gotten step 1 done correctly. The next thing you need to do is set the camera to the angle or the positioning that suits what you want to do. In this case, I'm just going to use something like this. This kind of feels okay to me. Next, I am going to right click. This is very important. Do I need the 2-point perspective? Let me just set that. I'm going to set this 2-point perspective so that all my vertical lines appear vertical. And when I say vertical, I mean like down to up, like down from the ground to up in the sky. All right, so after I get this, I can right click again. This is the initial right click I wanted to do earlier before I decided to make it 2-point perspective, and then I choose this particular option here that says new 3D documents from 3D. Once I click on it, Archicad is going to ask me, what do you want to name this? And I'm going to name this 3D section 4 tutorial. Alright, I don't mind whether it's perspective or whatever. This is not really my point. I could name this whatever, and then I say create, and it's going to become a part of this list. That's what's really important to me. Alright, so Archicad will take some time to calculate it because it's going to project it as a 2D. It's kind of the way we have sections, the way we have elevations and other stuff. And yeah, here we have this really beautiful looking thing that Archicad obviously requested for. I believe this is the kind of thing he was asking. How do we do this on Archicad? So I'm going to take this one extra step up, and what I'm going to add to this is, say I want to do documentation on this project. I could use the spline. Let's get that. This curvy guy right here, and probably decide to use the dotted line. Which of them? Let's go with the dashed. All right, let's use red color. That will be much more easy to stand out from this, and then show how wind can move from within this place out of here, or how wind goes basically around. So I can show something like I think that came too early. All right, so I can show something like this and say it goes out, and we can see how that line appears. I can choose to double it, at least to further heighten the effect. That was not the option I was about to go for. This. Alright, so I press Ctrl after clicking on this offset to double it, and then now I have 2 of this, and it just stands out more. That's just what I wanted. Okay, next I could use lines and decide to do call outs. I could say here and then come with the text tool and write closet. I'm not typing that well. Of course I can change the font because I don't know what this is and I don't like it. Let's keep something like this for now. Definitely not. Jeez. Okay, this feels more like it, and for whatever reason I really like this is not the color set I'm used to, so I'm going to quickly switch the pen set to architectural 100, and we can observe that the display method already changed. That's something else I also wanted us to get to, because what we had by default was a bit too perfect, not exactly what you might come across the first time you are doing this. This feels more likely like the kind of the thing you are going to come across. And if by the way, let's switch this color. This is what I wanted to use here. All right, so if you come across this one, you need to make it look more like that. It's not to change the pen set. That's not the answer here. Actually, the answer here is to go into the settings for this guy, go into the model appearance settings, and you are looking specifically for a few of them. You might want shadows. In this case I want shadows. Sorry about that. Then for the cut fill, I want everything to appear pure black as we have it here. So I'm going to say I want all of them to have a surface color fill shaded. Alright, and I can specify what that is, or I could say uniform surface color fill and decide what it would be. In this case it's saying anthracite. I could leave it at that. I could go with cut fill, non-shaded. I could go, and it will apply the feel of the materials for those of us who are already used to using materials on Archicad. If you are not very used to that, you can request a tutorial on that, and I'm going to try to break down the essentials of materials on Archicad. So for now I'm going to just stick to this, leave it on anthracite, use surface defined in 3D. I could keep this on for now, or I could take it off. I actually want the anthracite, so I'm not going to use this. Then cut pen, yes, I want them uniform. I don't want a very thick pen. I want something slim like this so that it doesn't stand out too much. If you want something that will bring out line weight, you could go for a thicker pen. Alright, next, for the uncut fields, which are these guys that are viewed that are not cut by that our big slashing line, what you're going to do, or what I would suggest you do, what is my typical line of action, is to use a uniform pen, so everything comes in black and white. If you want them to come with colors, then you can use surface color, and please go for the non-shaded alternative. For the uncut pen, use a uniform one as well. It's not the fill, it's the pen, and for that I would recommend you use this grayed out black, or gray basically. Alright, so for the surface cover fill foreground, if it's asking for this, please don't just put it on, unless of course you really want. It depends on the kind of model you're doing, truth be told. For a model like this, it's not going to be suitable, but where you have a lot of textured surfaces whose textures as well are correctly represented with fills, you can put this on. I do not want transparency at the moment, so I'm going to put this off. If you do want it, you could leave it. And for now, I'm going to leave it at this. I'm not going to set any other thing. When I say okay, this is going to reload and reload and reload, and 5, 4, 3, 2. This laptop needs an upgrade. I think I should get one soon. Anyway, for anyone wondering why this is slow, it's because I'm currently not connected to any source of electrical power, and it's not a recommended thing to do when you are using Archicad. I just felt like I should do this recording right now because I intend going out. I don't know when I'll be back, and I really felt this was needed kind of urgently, so there's that. Still loading. Okay, it's beginning to take longer than usual, even though I'm not connected to electricity. Really calculating a lot. I think I'll just pause this video, and then when it's done, I would come back. Okay, that took way longer than I had anticipated, but finally we have the kind of thing we are looking for. And this didn't come out the color I wanted, which just makes me feel, geez, this might have to happen again. So this is anthracite. Is there anything that's out of place here? The layers are okay, the pen set is alright. This is white render. Let me see what settings we have on there. Nah, this should be okay. I don't think MVOs should affect display colors. Graphic overrides. This could affect it. All cut feels solid. What are the rules? Change this to the field type for only cut fields. This still works. This is not the cause. Okay, let's look back into those settings. I really apologize for this. So cut fill should be uniform surface, color fill, non-shaded. Exactly what it should be. The only difference is I'm going to make this to become ivory black, which is like Archicad's blackest black. If that doesn't change after this, then something has to be wrong with this PC somewhere. Oh! No, I felt for a minute that it might be the shadows. Let's wait again for another few minutes. I don't know why this took so long the last time. I hope it doesn't take that long this time. Well, you that you're watching, you're not going to probably notice the difference. Okay, my battery is currently 12%. We can see that it has been correctly affected. Well, let me say this. After the pause I paused, it didn't still come out quite right, and I still didn't know why. So I just went to use something that we could call like a forced option, which is I didn't use this anymore where I had set this to ivory black. No, instead I switched it to the cut fill, and then I set both the foreground and the background to, that's the foreground pen and the background pen, to pure black. And based on that, we have this. So I said you could always do call outs and label. You could do stuff like this. You could also, like, even though it's pure black and white like this, you could always apply things with color. Like this fill I placed here, not a very good practical example, but I could make this fill into any color and it displays in that color. You can see my battery right now. So I guess I might have to do this another time, but I'm definitely going to upload this one. If you want to be able to make requests like this, I'll attach a link to the WhatsApp group for this video in the description of this video. That's it. Bye. See you next time.